Why don't we start? We'll go right down the list there. So our issue on Bellevue Road, Paul and I are meeting with the new police chief Thursday morning to kind of talk about strategies, see what he thinks might work best again.
A week from this Thursday.
Oh, it's the 10th. I'm sorry. Yep, you're right. Yep,
It's the 10th. Yep.
10th. Yep. So we'll see what the new chief thinks. Like I say, there's those options of condemnation, housing court, the police pursuing it in court, and maybe get his opinion on which route might be most effective.
The resident is getting his license back shortly. It was a 60 or 90-day suspension.
Oh, I didn't know he had lost it.
Yeah, it was taken away because he was driving around with, enough trash in his vehicle to obstruct his view to negotiate safely on the highways and byways.
Wow.
So they're going to see if that happens again.
Yep.
So that's all there is on that one.
Well, and also Coburn Road, the resident has been in again to complain to the building inspector about trucks idling and noise. So I thought we might talk to the chief about the trucks idling. If it's early morning, maybe he should be calling the police to take a ride up there. There's a number of memos from the selectmen that direct the complainant to call the police, when there's an issue. But we can certainly talk to the owner and, give him a heads up that we're getting these complaints, and he can maybe speak to the drivers also.
Okay.
And the noise, we're going to have to, maybe when the weather improves a bit, meet with the owner and, have the noise meter at the property line and see what we get for ambient sound and see what we get for sound when the operation's, doing its thing. Because we've got the state's 10 decibels above ambient, and the town has a bylaw of, I think, is it 50 or 55? So at property line, so that's a relatively low level. So, if the noise is above either, again, we can pursue options to maybe lessen that.
Yeah, that is an awfully low level, but it is what is in the books for now. So
Correct.
what we have to look at.
Yep. So I think Rich will join us on that, Paul, too, and we'll see what we find.
Good. I can tell you with this recent snowstorm, when they clear the road where Carter Street and West Street kind of merge, there's an open. And when they drop the plow, Mary and I were in the living room the other night, and it actually shook the house.
Oh yeah, you feel like it's next to you.
Yeah.
In this case, it was pretty closer than what's going on at Coburn, but it gives some credibility to the complaint that it definitely needs to be investigated.
Yeah, steel is pretty unforgiving.
That is. I just wonder if frozen ground conducts more than unfrozen.
I would imagine it would.
I would think so.
Yep. And I just thought of something that's not on the list for discussion, but I've been kind of working on for quite some time. The application for a water control device at the Beaver Dam on Carr Road has been received. But again, I can't issue that permit until Conservation Commission approves what's being proposed. So I directed the problem animal control agent to submit what he was proposing to Conservation Commission. I spoke to Carolyn and got the email address and found out when the next meeting was, got all that information to the agent, who failed to submit anything to the Conservation Commission at their last meeting. So unfortunately, this homeowner and landowner is kind of, can't move forward until the agent submits to Conservation Commission. Because once Conservation's good, then we could move forward with our permit to install.
Right.
So
Okay.
I did email Carolyn today, and she said their next meeting's February 2nd, which is actually tomorrow. But they had seen nothing. So, the ball's in their court, and I guess we'll just sit tight until, they submit what they need to conservation.
Right.
And
Okay.
conservation really should have no problem with it, right, Billy? This is one of the
No,
best
in
areas.
a previous agent that was working for the property owner versus the property that's being flooded, their proposal looked good, but again, they didn't move forward. The property owner did not move forward. So, Carolyn said it's probably a similar device, but again, they truly need to see what this person's proposing. They can't just,
Right.
say, gee, that last proposal looked great, go ahead. They need to see what
Yeah.
this guy is actually doing, and he's failed to submit that. So we can't do anything until that occurs.
Okay.
Okay.
So that probably brings us to Title Fives.
It does.
Yep, so I don't know what order they're in, but 244 Gates Pond Road and 163 West Street are both passes. And 51 Carter Street is it needs further evaluation by the Board of Health because the well is less than 100 feet from the leach area. And they did the well test, and it did come back with 0 coliform and nitrates and ammonia below 5 parts per million. So, we'll write the standard letter that is acceptable.
So what they were just testing it, Billy, period, or just?
Well, the homeowner wanted to get a Title V done in case, they decide to make a real estate move.
I see, yep. That's Evan, was it?
Yep, yep.
Okay, yep.
And that's what I've got.
Terrific.
Uh,
The transfer station is gonna be up and running all right, Paul?
As far as I know, it should be open tomorrow. The highway, we closed it for Saturday, which was, I
Good
think, a
move.
good idea.
Yeah.
Although there were some people on Berlin Neighbors Connect were wondering why, but who knows?
That's crazy.
Ah, you get them. They just can't help themselves.
We
That's
don't,
why we plastered it. We put it on the blinky
We
sign,
saw it. Yeah.
did the reverse 911,
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, I didn't get a reverse 911 this time. I used to get them, so I don't know.
You gotta make nice to the new chief of police.
Yeah, you're in Clinton, huh?
Yeah, I know, but I used to get them for Berlin.
did you
Oh, I
really?
see.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Because your name's on the list.
yeah. And now
Well,
I guess it may not be, I
Because
don't know.
town offices and all that you're on the list because you work
Yeah.
here too. Yeah.
But I didn't get one this time.
Huh.
That's-
Good thing you didn't have to go to the dump.
Yes,
sell
yeah,
stickers, transfer and sell stickers.
yeah, it's crazy.
Sue, I don't have the agenda in front of me.
We
Uh,
have covered everything on the agenda except for the email I sent you guys this afternoon.
From
from,
Irene Condon.
Yeah. Mrs.
Irene
Condon.
Condon,
Yeah.
where she wants us to make a policy based on what I was reading about purchasing responsibly.
That's all. We do offer her that list, don't we, Susan? Don't we usually go after that site?
I have completed the annual recycling and solid waste survey. But I guess in order to be able to take advantage of whatever grants are out there, they need the annual buy recycled notification. And she listed in that email all the things that need to be done. We have to send it to all department heads and employees with purchasing responsibilities. It has to be sent by the chief executive or procurement official of the municipality.
Okay.
Margaret?
Sounds like Margaret.
That would be
Margaret? Yeah, or the selectmen, yeah.
No, that would be Margaret.
Yeah, I guess so, right, yeah.
It has to be sent by February 14th. And it has to include content about the importance of purchasing items with recycled content to support the recycling markets. It has to include the actual buy recycled policy as an attachment. And we have to send it to Kathy Dunoff at mass.gov.
Well, there's a very good chance none of that's gonna happen.
Because Margaret won't be available.
Well, and the state doesn't give us a lot of lead time with some of this. They assume like we're a full-time board. You know, they're doing their jobs, they get paid 40 hours and they just fall into that, I'm gonna call it a mental abyss that everybody's on the same wavelength they are. And when you deal with small New England towns, that's just not true.
Well, she did send us the town of West Boylston's recycle procurement policy. And I think she sent us a draft letter on what we could send out. I was just making everybody aware.
Mhm.
I'll take a look at
I'm
it.
really not going out for grants, but just because my laziness, I don't want it to hurt the town of Berlin.
Yeah, I'll take a look at those documents and I'll give her a call to see if there's any fudge factor in terms of dates. I mean, it's not a bad idea what she's
Right.
asking for, but, you know, implementation is not as, not as slick and easy as sometimes the state pretends it to be.
Yeah, I mean, we could do the typing between Donna and I. She could do one, I could do the other. We
Mhm.
could
Or I
get,
could do both.
and we could forward it to Margaret and Margaret could just forward it out. That's the
Right.
neat piece. So, I mean, we will do whatever we could to make it easy for Margaret.
Well, we can give it a shot.
Yeah,
But I just, I thought it was my job to at least bring it to your attention. And that's all I have. Oh, and Donna is going to be working Thursday afternoon in the office instead of Friday morning.
Okay.
Because Donna doesn't like to play in snow and ice.
I don't blame her.
Not even with the
I may
Jeep.
have, I may have another letter, Donna.
Okay. I'll be then at 1. I'm doing 1 to 5 because I have to make up an
Okay,
hour.
afternoon, all right.
Yeah, it's a crazy week schedule wise for me because my son's got a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
We're all good on tobacco permits, Billy? Excuse me, Paul.
We sent out those 3 reminder letters and I haven't seen a response to any of them. But again, the Tobacco Control Alliance was copied, so when they're out doing their inspections, if they don't have a valid permit, they won't be selling anything until
Right.
they do.
A lot of them just don't even see it, like, I don't know, Fred, whoever, somebody you're gonna walk in and say, hey, you gotta catch up, I guess.
Well, this year wasn't bad. I mean, we only sent 3 reminder letters out of, I think, 9 vendors. The past years, we've probably
Right.
sent 6 or 7.
Yep, well, good.
I've reached out to the organization Fresh Start, which helps people get on their feet. We're having a conversation. I'm getting some literature. I'm just looking to see if we can divert some of the furniture that gets thrown away at the transfer station to a more useful venue.
Sure.
I see things that appear to be okay, but they're just getting crushed in the open top. And, there are a lot of refugee families that Fresh Start is dealing with.
Mhm.
And it could save some of our people some money and save the town some money in terms of, reducing a little bit of the payload and hauling from the open top. But that's just an ongoing conversation. There's nothing cemented in place yet, but I'll keep you apprised.
Well, that girl put on a great presentation for it, Paul, and I really like the idea that even people moving could call them and they will come and.
Oh, that was a different organization, Bobby.
Oh, it was. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that was CMRK.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Does the textiles and smaller
Yeah.
household goods.
Yeah.
Fresh Start is on Brent Drive and Hudson, and they deal in furniture.
Yeah, right, okay.
Getting families reestablished.
Oh, cool. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, maybe the Tilly might have some furniture. You can let them know too.
Who?
Sometimes, take it or leave it. Sometimes they
yeah.
get some furniture. Yeah.
That's what he means. But my wife was actually thinking of a place where we could take some furniture that's still good, that we don't want to throw out, but yet it's excess. So,
Mm.
Great idea.
Well,
I have nothing else.
Sue, go ahead.
I have nothing else.
Neither do I. Anybody?
I'm all set, Paul,
Get the stickers in. So,
Yeah.
and I
Okay.
talked, and I did talk to Doug and I said, let me know if you need access. I actually saw him today, which was kind of funny. He was down at the DPW looking for sand and I'm like, had to send him to South Street. I guess that's
Yeah.
where the sand pile is. I didn't know that.
yeah,
So,
yeah, down the salt shed. Yeah.
yeah, but that was pretty good. I mean, he wanted to get a bucket to make sure everything was ready for tomorrow. So that's good.
There's a lean-to on the right. Yeah, I'm glad they're keeping one up down there, and at least he was thinking about it. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That was good, really good. And then Fred's like, well, how much do you need? Do you need us to come down? And he's like, no,
Yeah.
he's got, that's good.
He'll come. Yeah, Fred's working out good. He'll spread, he knows the goings on down there for years, since '98, so, yep.
Yep.
All right, do I hear a motion? Bill,
I'll
thank
make-
you. Donna, thank you.
Good night.
Yeah.
I
Nay.
make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Okay,
I'll second that.
all right, all in favor? We'll do the formal roll call. Sue,
Aye.
Bobby,
All right.
same here. Meeting is adjourned, and thank you all. Have a good night.
Bill, I miss your sweet face.
Well, stop on by Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
Yeah. that's
Did
good.
you get it? You didn't get in trouble on New Year's, Billy, with the super.
No, those are still sitting tight till I go up and visit my brother-in-law.
Ah, there you go. Sounds good, my friend.
Yeah, so that'll be coming maybe over February vacation, school vacation.
Very good. That's coming up. I can't believe that's here.
Yeah, I think a couple more weeks. Yep.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be
Unbelievable.
on vacation that week too.
Good
just
night.
as
Good night.
Have a good one, you
Night.
guys.
Okay. So did you, did I miss Bellevue and Coburn, right? Did we discuss that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can give you the quick and dirty. Both complaints, Paul and I are meeting with the police chief on February 10th. And we're gonna discuss strategies on those both.
On both of them?
Yes.
February 10th. Okay, because I know
And-
the backstory.
Yeah, we'll be arranging a site visit, maybe when the weather gets better, for the Coburn Road complaint to do a noise investigation.
I mean, I just don't understand. The dump was there before he bought the place.
Yeah, but his claim is that the auto parts has been there forever, but the metal recycling, which supposedly in the whatever decision was made by the town, was an incidental use to the auto parts, and it's become a really big part of the business. And I think that's closer to his house. And, again, if a metal dumpster is empty and they're dropping engine blocks or large pieces of metal, it's gonna make some noise. So there may be things that the owner needs to do to, lessen that. But again, we need to do our investigation to see if it even violates any regulations.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. All right, so I think I get everything for notes. All
Yeah,
right, thank you.
I took the same notes that Bill just reiterated, so.
Yep,
I
and
was
Donna, you know, you
hoping
can
for
give me
ya.
a call anytime with questions.
Will do.
Yeah, it's just, I just absolutely thought it was Monday. And it's like,
Well,
it's been a week and it's only Tuesday,
Yep,
so.
well, I mean, last week, we had the meeting with FinCom. I thought it was the week later, so
That's right, okay.
it
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, so I'm glad you texted me because I was like, I didn't even know what day it is. And I've got such a crazy week this week too, and it's, I don't know. That's all right. So I got my note. Oops.
See, you need me to take me on that cruise with you, just so I can
Yeah,
remind
yeah.
you what day it is. All right, folks.
All right, good night.
Good night.